Female characters are so often delegated to victims in films like this, but in ours they're very much taking the power back.
What was it about the original that made you say, yes, I want to remake this?
What I love about the original is how fresh and modern the female characters feel, and how it's dealing with some pretty controversial and exciting topics like abortion in 1974. So it felt very modern for its time. And I wanted to make a movie that felt similarly modern for 2019, that was just as fun and scary as the original, and also saying just as much as the original was trying to say.
I love the original Black Christmas so much. I kind of wanted to get away from what that was if we were doing a remake, and Sophia was extremely comfortable with that. And that felt like a really great opportunity to kind of sneak in a new 2019-ness to Black Christmas.
Action.
Meeting Sophia was really exciting because you're working with the director that has a clear vision and just makes you feel comfortable in your womanhood and validates it for you through her characters and her writing and the female experience. It already makes you feel open and ready to go there.
Sophia Takal directing is just a huge plus. I have all of the admiration in the world for her process and her products. Her films are so wonderful and so uncomfortable. And the idea of her taking on kind of a mainstream Christmas movie is insane.
This can't be real.
She's just done such extraordinary work before when she's explored the female psyche in her other films, so it was really a beautiful collaboration to have.
This is the first remake of the film that's PG-13 instead of R. Did that restrict anything, and kind of how did it impact the process?
You know, I really wanted to make a movie where the violence towards women didn't feel exploitative or gratuitous. And so from the start, it was really important to me to, like the original Black Christmas, make a movie where the kills were more artful and more happened off-screen than on. And so in that sense, there was really no restriction other than that restriction that I placed on myself to make this movie PG-13.
Where do you feel like this film fits kind of in the conversations we're having right now in horror and just culturally?
There's a real place for this film. I think it definitely contributes a lot to the conversation. It's exploring sororities and fraternity culture under a microscope in America, and campus rape is a pandemic. It's totally pervasive. And I think it was very, very timely with what had been happening recently, politically.
It's the reality of what women go through, and it was written by two females, and it's something that actually happens.
I think it's such a real fear women feel to just like walk home at night. We all have experiences of like probably what Riley has been through or know people who's been through what she's been through, and I just think the only way to really tell it is through women.
I think that horror movies in general would benefit from having a few more female directors.
Great, we got it.
Okay, thanks, guys.
With horror genre right now, we're realizing that horror has multiple subgenres, and people are really embracing those a little bit more. And so you're getting to see a lot of hybrids. You know, if you think about Jordan Peele's Get Out, like that's a hybrid of like multiple different types of subgenres. And I think that we have the opportunity to embrace all of those and to create something new.
I hope that this movie, when people go see it, they're super scared and that they have a lot of fun watching the movie, and then they can leave the theater and have an interesting and open and frank conversation with the people that they went to see the movie with.
Were there any Easter eggs that you feel like you put in that like fans of the original really get excited about?
I hope so. We did an exact reproduction of the glass unicorn that's used in the original as a weapon, and we have the plastic dry cleaning bag that's used in the original, only this time we like flip the script and the women are wielding those weapons to defend themselves rather than the killer using them to kill them.
You messed with the wrong sisters.
My house caught on fire one Christmas. Is that not what you expected? Was it meant to be something like fun?
Oh my gosh, now it's really sad.
I know. There you go.
I grew up in Michigan where it is very cold and very icy. I remember one year I was running out to the car and I was ahead of everyone because we were gonna go to my grandparents' house for Christmas Eve. And so no one else was out there, it was all silent. And I slipped and fell and I slipped straight up under the car. and I was I couldn't get out. I was just under the car screaming like, help, help. And yeah, that's a really great Christmas time story for me.
I think that probably the scariest thing that has happened to me is having my in-laws over for Thanksgiving. I've never been the victim of a murder at Christmas time.
The first thing that comes to mind is Christmas Vacation, which is very funny and also tells a story that could be relevant today too, with people getting laid off and families crumbling under pressure of the holidays.
I've been trying to figure out how to make When Harry Met Sally into a horror movie, because I think that's a great movie and a great Christmas movie.
Ooh, I don't know. I mean, I feel like all the ones, what would you do, like a kind of demonized Miracle on 34th Street? Can't do that.
Love Actually. No, I'm just kidding.
That was actually one of the options that we came up with as like
Oh, really?
a multiple choice, yeah.
Yeah, that would be interesting, definitely.
Like the scene with the couple.
Oh yeah, or the cards, like maybe he's a murderer.
That's a
Let me
great
in your
idea.
house. Yeah.
This can't be real.
What else? What do you think?
Elf.
Elf.
Elf. Wow, that'd be
Yeah,
perfect.
that would be great.
That'd be a great.
That would be great. Or whatchamacallit, the train one. Why is it slipping my mind?
Polar Express.
Polar Express.
Gone wrong.
But with children? Oh,
off
that's
the
horrible.
rails.
Off the rails.
That's dark. Or it could be like a haunted ghost children train.
Yeah, that'd be scary.
I don't know.
I like that one. The Polar Express.
Well, we're
Off the
funny.
rails.